Africa. Africa is known for its beautiful nature, scenery, and animals. Africa is the world's second largest and second most populous continent. At about 30.3 million kilometers, including adjacent islands, it covers about 6% of the Earth's total surface area and 20% of its total land area. However, 47% of the population of Africa lives in poverty, and 70%, which is 23.7 million people, are currently battling AIDS in Africa.
When was she admitted exactly?
About last week.
Last week?
Yeah.
And you started taking the treatment, and how do you feel on the treatment? You feel better. You feel that the power is coming back in your body a bit. Okay, and you're smiling again, so that's good.
Dr. Hugo Templeman runs a rural clinic here in South Africa and has been fighting HIV on the ground for more than 20 years.
To die of AIDS is not necessary anymore today. When we started, we had to admit that there were about 1,900 new HIV infections per day. A day we speak about. But still today we face at around about 850 to 9 new people turn HIV positive.
And how many patients does the clinic serve today?
At the moment, I think we cater for a community of about 120,000 people, of which about 7,000 to 8,000 are on lifelong antiretrovirals. You should start treating a patient when he is first found HIV positive, because if you put him immediately on treatment, you suppress the viral load in his body, and you also stop.
Unfortunately, those who have AIDS do not know they are infected until a later, seriously fatal stage in their infection.
He was diagnosed of HIV about 3 years ago and was put on treatment. Then from there, he defaulted a treatment.
And why did he default on the ARVs?
There was not much counseling about adherence to treatment. So he said he felt better and he stopped taking treatment.
At the institution where he was started, he wasn't counseled properly and he didn't understand it properly. So he thought, like if you have a pneumonia and you take your antibiotics for 2 weeks and you feel fine, you can stop the medication. Not understanding that if you take the plug of medication out, that replication of the virus will start again. But you understand now that for the rest of your life, every day you must take your pills. This patient is a system failure. He should have been found earlier, managed earlier, and put on treatment earlier. What has happened in that decade is immense. The political will changed, and I think that we have a tremendous response, a tremendous effort, but we still need to scale up to provide access to everybody, and there we are not yet. And as long as we suffer 2 to 3 AIDS deaths in the waiting room every week, I can't stop fighting.
The government must intervene financially to diagnose and suppress the disease early on in order for people to lead happy, healthy lives.
We met Herbert, another patient at Ndlovu.
I didn't understand clearly about issues of side effects, so I just thought it's the treatment that is making me worse. And I had to stop it and try something else, like going to traditional healers with the hope that maybe there might be something different from there. At the end of the day, when they see that the things of traditional healers are not helping, then they brought me back here.
How bad were things at that point when you came back here?
Very bad, very bad. I remember one point where I told my mom, we were far away from home. I told her that, can we please go back home so I can die peacefully at home? Because I could see that I've reached at that point.
So you came here, and the second time around, you adhered to the regimen.
Yeah.
And you were disciplined about taking the medicines.
Yeah.
And look at you now.
Yeah, things just happened, and it went on like that, and I recovered. I even confronted Dr. Templeman and asked him if I can make a difference in the community through the experiences that I had.
When caught early on with the right treatment and medicine, death is no longer an option.